media.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 47 of the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. As usual, it's Ricky Chabruggy and Derek Relaford coming at you. How you doing tonight, Derek?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Been a week, let me tell you.
Yeah, man. I'm with you there, man. It's been last week my computer melted. Cost me like $300 to fix that. And yeah, that was pretty rough, and I had to like make up a bunch of hours because I missed him at work. So I'm supposed to have Friday and Saturday off, and last week I just had like Saturday off, and Friday was just crazy. So yeah, what's crazy is I have like not a lot to do right now. Like right now I just have to do this show and survive for the next 2 days, and I have to go back to work. I have a thing I have to do tomorrow for like an hour, but I should be like, ready to stay up all night and do stuff, but I think I might pass out as soon as this is over, man. I'm just kind of beat from the week.
Yeah, I hear you. This past weekend, I spent the weekend in Hayes, and it was fun. I had a pretty good time, and the thing that surprised me out there was I didn't see a lot of people out there. I mean, people were wearing masks, but not a lot. There was quite a few people that were not wearing masks. I was really surprised at that. I kept mine on. I only took it off when I was in the car when we got back to the hotel. But that's the only time I took it off.
I wear a mask 50% because I think maybe it like might help me not get it or shred it, but I don't really have a lot of faith in that. The main reason I wear a mask is so like somebody doesn't yell at me and cause a scene. Like I just can't handle that, Ricky. I just need to get my groceries and go. Right. I don't need to have a debate with somebody in the grocery store. So I usually just wear the mask and but yeah, like it's here in Arizona, it's mostly people do wear the mask, but the people that don't wear them, they just don't wear them.
What's the question marks for there, Lee?
Yeah, what's going on, Lee?
We're just getting started.
The people that don't wear the mask here, like there's really not a lot of confrontation. Like they just don't wear one. And I've seen one person tell somebody to leave a store.
Hey, Sherry.
I was at like a store. It was like a privately owned, like family owned business. And a guy came in without his mask. And the guy was like, "You got to go." And the guy was like, "Well, I've been vaccinated." And he's like, "I don't care. You got to leave unless you have a mask on."
Right.
And I was like, "Well, that's, it's this guy's business. He can do whatever." And it was like, he wasn't even from America was the weird thing. He wasn't American. He was from another country. So that was the only person I've seen make somebody leave. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like the less time we spend about arguing about stuff like that, the better. Hello, hi, Ricky and Derek. What's going on?
Hey, Alicia. Hey, I'm going back up to Christopher for a second. How's it going tonight, Ricky and Derek? Doing pretty good, Christopher. How you doing tonight? There's Melissa. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Alicia. Been a pretty good week so far. We'll see how the rest of it goes. I hear we're supposed to get a ton of rain over the weekend.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be cold here, man. It already cooled off. It was hot for like a week, really bad here in Phoenix, and now I got the window open. I got the back door open. I got a nice cool breeze coming through here, man.
Yeah, I opened the balcony door up here in my apartment today for a while to air it out a little bit. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's right here before it gets to be hot in summer and no fun, and enjoying it right now.
Yep. Man, we got a bunch of cases to cover tonight.
Yeah, we do.
19 of them.
I entitled tonight's episode "Wichita Is Missing" because a lot of those cases are in Wichita.
Yeah.
A large percentage of them.
Yep. This past week, since our last show, I've been doing lots and lots of flyers this week.
Right.
Updating, making new ones, resharing. Trying to keep these cases out there. Let's see here, Karen. You're welcome, Karen. Thanks for joining us. Christopher, doing good in Denver. Supposed to get 1 to 3 feet of snow. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's a lot. Yeah, let us know where you guys are watching from again this week. It's always fun to see that.
Yeah, for sure. We love everybody stopping by. And if you have any cases you want us to cover in the comments, go ahead and sound off. And
yeah,
we'd love to cover anything we can.
1 to 3 feet of snow. Ouch.
I had I went to Olive Garden tonight, and well, I didn't go there. I got it, and they brought it out to my car. Like the carry out.
Yeah.
And let's just say I did a tour of Italy today, and I'm exhausted. You ever just eat like a bunch of lasagna, and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah,
man. Like I really feel like I'm gonna be sawing logs after tonight's show, man. Got the lasagna in there. So what do you say? Let's find some people, man. What do you think, Rick?
Let's do it.
All right. Before we find some people, we're gonna do a quick break from my wife because she's beautiful.
If you or someone you know is a victim of human trafficking, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888.
Hey, and we're going to start off with, I hope I'm saying this right, Adriana Garcia. She is missing from Wichita, Kansas since March 10th of 2021. She is 13 years old. She is 5'3" tall, weighs 100 pounds. She has red hair and green eyes. She has a piercing on the right side of her nose. She was last known to be wearing a black sweatshirt and gray Champion sweatpants. If you have any information regarding Adriana's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, you can call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And Adriana, if you're out there, I mean, you're 13 years old, give somebody a call and tell them where you're at so they can come and get you and get you back home. You need to be back where you need to be.
Yeah, and we say it every week. If you're with an adult and they're telling you this is okay, then they're not to be trusted.
Right, definitely. Amen. Sorry about that.
We also mentioned it's illegal for somebody to let you hang out with them and stay with them.
Definitely.
When you have a missing person's folder up. Not a good situation, Adriana.
It's called harboring a runaway.
Yeah, harboring a minor, harboring a runaway. Yes. And yeah, again, if you're staying with an adult and they're telling you don't worry about it, it's fine, then yeah, they don't have your best interests at heart, because they're actively breaking the law right now. So if anybody's seen her, just we see a lot of young people on here. A lot of times we see people like 16 to 18, and I remember being 16. And granted, in hindsight, I wasn't an adult, but I felt like, at 16, you kind of feel like, you know what you like and you know what you're into, but still, like we said, that's not the way to running away is not the way to do it. But I understand like a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, getting a wild hair up their butt and taking off for a few days. But Adriana, you were 13 years old. There's nothing okay about what is going on here. This isn't like, it's just not okay. You need to really do what Ricky said. Call somebody that you know, and it sounds like some of the adults in your life you shouldn't trust. So maybe not some of those adults, but maybe contact a teacher, maybe somebody from church, maybe a friend's parent, somebody that you can relate to and trust, and that they're going to have your best interests at heart. You're not in trouble. They just need to know where you are.
Yeah, Karen, if you have that screenshot or something of the Kansas statutes on harboring runaways, can you send that to me, please? I would appreciate that.
Yeah, we'd love to put that on the screen because that is a serious.
Yeah. I'd like to see Jesus Avila from Emporia covered unsolved murder. I've noted it. I've noted it so I can get something made and posted, and then we'll cover it Tuesday. And we got a watching from Seneca, Missouri, from Emporia. Oh, nice. And Sherry Solis, Vivian Botts, missing since May of 98 in Wichita.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got a flyer up for her, but I need to go look and see if I need to update it because it's been up for quite some time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I need to make some updates.
Yeah, and keep these comments coming, y'all. This is, if you watch the page, Ricky makes several flyers a week. Half of those are from the police contacting him. Half of them are from people like you contacting him.
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Yep.
All right, why don't you tell us about Adam Gregg? This one looks. I saw you had posted this one earlier, and again, this is outside of our local area, but this one.
I was asked to do this flyer actually. Adam Gregg, missing from, I don't know how to say that, Siloam Springs, Arkansas.
Shalom, I think.
Maybe.
I don't know.
didn't get you.
Shalom.
Maybe. Missing since February 26, 2021. He's 41 years old. He is 5'5" tall, weighs 180 pounds. He has brown hair and hazel eyes. He walked away from a hotel in Siloam Springs on Friday the 26th and has not been heard from since. He is known to frequent the Gentry, Gravette, and Y City, Arkansas areas and likes to walk creek banks when he's upset. He was last seen wearing a black and gray poncho, a camouflage hoodie, blue jeans cut off at the ankle, and dark-colored work boots. If anybody has any information regarding Adam's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Siloam Springs Police Department at 479-524-4118, or you can email tips to tips@siloamsprings.com. See if we can help get Adam found and back home where he needs to be.
Yeah, and this scares me. You know, you see.
You're very welcome, Kelly. Glad to do it for you.
You see, like, a teenager missing, and most people just be like, "Oh, run away,"
Yeah.
But like, not a lot of 41-year-old runaways. This one really freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah. Just hope he's okay wherever he's at.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a guy that, like, I hate saying this about people because I don't know why I feel like this is a diss. But he looks like a regular guy, like he just looks like a regular guy you just see around town and minds his business and goes to work and all that. I mean, it's just, anytime just a regular looking guy just goes missing, it always scares me a little bit. I hope we can find him. Yeah,
me too. I hope so too. We're coming up on 2 weeks he's been missing. So,
and obviously when you have a 41-year-old man too, there's always what we call the walkabout, just taking off for a while, clearing your head.
Definitely.
Life's not easy. We know that much, so there's no telling, but hopefully Adam gets, found soon. He's got a lot of people worried about him. This is a serious deal right here, folks.
Yes, it is. And Kelly says that nobody has heard from him yet. I'm sorry to hear that. I was hoping, being that it's almost 2 weeks, he would have contacted somebody and let him know he's okay.
Kelly, I was going to ask you, what has the police interaction been like? Do they seem pretty worried? And Kelly, if you want to join us on the screen right now, we can totally make that happen. Ricky can send you the link. Just type I'll just type the word join if you want to come up here and talk about this case a little bit. But he is still just gone and he isn't calling his sister or anything. Okay. Yeah, because I'm just curious, if the police are like looking for like cell phone records. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that, Ricky. If they're looking through like cell phone records or seeing if his phone's been bouncing off any towers, like I'd love to see if like there's any kind of digital trail that Adam's leaving, like
definitely.
Okay, Ricky, I'm gonna send you the link so she can join. We will cover a couple of cases while we get her on here.
Okay.
Here, look over in private chat, Ricky, to the right.
Yep. Okay.
You're gonna send her that link. Kelly, we're gonna send you a link. Please put headphones on, or if you have headphones, that would be great. But yeah. Okay, we have somebody that says sent you a PM for Tyler Gooding. He's been missing since Thursday, March 4th, 21. Okay. We're getting a lot of leads tonight. This is awesome. Okay, so it's obviously not awesome that people are missing, but we're having this is working. People are getting together.
Since you PM, okay. I'm gonna write these down so I don't forget them.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get Kelly on here, y'all, and see if she can give us a little bit more information about Adam Gregg. This is a very serious situation, folks. Not a lot of 4-year-old men just vanish. This is some serious situation here.
Thank you for that, Mary. Yeah, I got to tell you, when I'm at work and away from my computer, I have my phone with me, obviously. So I'm monitoring things from my phone as far as private messages and that kind of thing. I've taken to have to actually make a list before I get off work so I know what I have to do when I get home so I don't forget anybody.
Right, yeah. While we're trying to get Kelly worked out to get on the screen with us here, it's going to be really cool to get her on here and tell her side, let us know what's going on with Adam. Why don't you fill us in on Addison Shane Walker?
Walter. I can do that. And Kelly, I was going to tell you, I sent it to you in the thread that in our thread that we were talking on Kansas Missing and Unsolved, just to let you know.
You just click the link and it'll ask you to put your name in, and you click join, and we'll bring you up. No problem.
All right. Yeah. Addison Shane Walcher is missing endangered runaway, went missing from Shawnee, Kansas on February 24th, 2021. He is 16 years old. He is 5'7" tall, weighs 140 pounds. He has brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Addison's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Shawnee, Kansas Police Department at 913-631-2150. Apologize for my phone. Or KBI at 785-296-4017. Addison, let somebody know where you're at so they can get you back to where you need to be.
Okay. Kelly, do we have you?
Yeah, I think so.
I hear her.
Okay, awesome. We can hear you. We can't see you, but that's okay. We are going to have Adam's picture on the screen while we're live. Go ahead and tell us what's going on, and thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're fine. So his sister Crystal, she doesn't know where he's at all. And they had the people from Siloam Springs go and look and whatever, but apparently his phone's been like off from what I understand. They can't reach him, and they sent a search party and whatever out looking for him, but they still haven't seen him or heard anything, or he hasn't attempted to reach anybody. And I didn't know what to do, so the only thing I knew how to do was ask if you guys could feature him, because his sister's going on like no sleep and she's worried about him all the time. And
for sure. And we have his picture up right now. Let me ask you this. What is Adam's relationships to Siloam Springs? Why was he there that night?
I think he lives around there, honestly.
Okay.
Or like he's in Arkansas, but I think he lives like somewhere away from there, but that's basically where he stays at.
Do they know, like, they said he went walking? Do they know, like, where he, like, was there any idea where he might have been heading or when his last known whereabouts were?
Not that I'm aware of.
Go ahead, Ricky.
I was just going to ask Kelly, Derek kind of asked about it earlier, the police interaction, are they taking his disappearance seriously? Are they actively looking, or are they just kind of hanging back waiting for tips, or what are they doing?
I have no idea. I mean, I have very little knowledge about the case, but like from what I heard, I guess things have sent some people looking, but I don't know. Like his sister got a hold of a bunch of detectives and whatever, but that's all I heard.
Okay.
How have you known Adam long, or do you just mainly know his sister?
I only know his sister. I've never met him a day in my life. I'm just trying to help her out because she's my friend.
Has he since you've been friends with her, has he ever taken off like this before, or is this pretty fresh and new?
I don't know. I mean, I've only known her like a year.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you joining the show here. Yeah, we have his picture on the screen. We did share the flyer. It was shared several times on the page. And we will continue to feature this case until we can hear some good news about this. We're definitely sorry to hear about your friends, your friend here. This is terrible. You said this is your friend's brother now. You said your friend's going on no sleep. Is she just like constantly in contact with the police at this point, or what is her plan of attack right now?
That and calling detectives and taking notes from her other family members and whatever. It's just been a nightmare for her.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can definitely imagine.
Awesome. Well, Kelly, we appreciate you stopping by the show. We will definitely continue to cover this case, and thank you for bringing this case to light to Ricky here. We're glad to cover it, and we're glad to help look for Adam. Okay.
You're welcome.
And I do want to remind everybody again that if anybody has any information regarding Adam's disappearance, no matter how minute or small you think it might be, please call the Siloam Springs Police Department. And the number again is 479-524-4118. Or you can email your information to tips@siloamsprings.com. And like I said, just no matter how small you think it is, get them called and let them know. It may help them out big time.
For sure. Thanks a lot, Kelly, for stopping by. We will continue to cover this case, and thank you for showing it to us. Okay.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you, Kelly. She was awesome. She was awesome.
Yes, thank you, Kelly, for joining us. That was great.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got. I was going to bring this up real quick. I used to care for. This is Barbara Rick. I used to care for teenage foster girls. I've heard some are missing. Breaks my heart. Girls, contact someone to help you stay safe. Tyler Armour. Tyler Armour, Nancy Miller, and Hannah Qualls. Yeah, we're going to be covering Tyler and Nancy tonight. So, yes, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about Amanda M. Chavez?
Amada, yes. Amada Chavez. She's been missing from Wichita. Amada. Been missing since March 9th, 2021. She's 13. She's 5'2", 105 pounds, blonde hair, green eyes. Her nose is pierced. She has 2 scars on her lower back. She has a tattoo of the letter B on one of her fingers and a tattoo of the Playboy bunny on her right thigh. She was last known to be wearing a gray jacket, possibly a hoodie, gray pants, possibly sweatpants, and Nike shoes. She may also have a yellow backpack and an Eeyore onesie. If you have any information regarding Amada's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017.
And in this situation, not a lot of 13-year-olds do have tattoos like that. And you said one of them's on a finger, right?
Yeah, the letter B, it's on one of her
So if
fingers.
you see somebody that looks like her that's really, really young, because obviously if you see a 13-year-old with a tattoo, you might be like, oh, that's kind of, you don't see that every day.
No.
So that would be something to look for, a tattoo on her finger. It's probably too cold. She probably wouldn't see any of her other tattoo, but the finger is going to be one that she would, if she's paying for something at a gas station, if she's, handing something to somebody, you would be able to see something like that. So have an eye out for that tattoo.
And I don't have any information as to whether they were professionally done, whether they were done by
I can't imagine a professional tattoo artist bringing a 13-year-old girl in there and doing work on her. I just can't see a respected professional doing that.
Right. But I definitely don't want the fact that she's 13 and has tattoos to be the focus of this case. I want it to be getting her found and brought home.
The only focus is if you see that tattoo on her finger, call somebody.
Yeah, because I've done flyers in the past where 16-year-olds have had tattoos, and people really come down hard in the comments about that fact, and they start coming down on the parents about it. And if your child's 16 and you're okay with giving them permission to do it, and you sign the paper to say it's okay to do it, then it can be done.
Yeah, right.
I don't know about 13, but I know 16 because when I was, my middle stepdaughter, when she was 16, that's when she got her first tattoo. Her mom, my wife, she signed the paperwork so she could have that done at 16.
Yeah.
It's not my ex-wife, actually. I've been divorced for almost 10 years, but yeah, I mean,
her parent was a part of that decision, and no harm, no foul, but yeah, again, this isn't really about people having tattoos. This is about Amada being missing, and we need to find her. She is
that's a good point. I mean, some of them probably do that, and it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Go to a friend's house, go hang out at the mall. It's hard to say.
She said, let's stay focused. Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Well, Ricky had made a comment earlier because he had said, he had done flyers for people that had tattoos earlier, and people were giving him trouble. And we think tattoos are fine. Like if she wanted to get a tattoo, and that's fine. There's no problem there. But definitely the only reason that tattoo is relevant. If you see a young girl with a tattoo on her finger, maybe it might be her. Watch out for that. Let's talk about Araya. Now, this is a really young child. Now we need to definitely get this picture up here and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, she was
Nazaria.
Nazaria, yeah, she was brought to my attention earlier today. She's missing from Topeka, Kansas. She's been missing since March 11th today, 2021. She's 11 years old. She's 5'5" tall, weighs 90 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. She was last seen this morning about 9:45 and in the 3800 block of Southwest Park Avenue in Topeka. I just checked Topeka's website, or Facebook page a little while ago, and they are posting that new information indicates that she may have run away, but that they are still out actively pounding the pavement looking for her. If you have any information regarding Azariah's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call 911 immediately or call the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9200, or the KBI is 785-296-4017. And hopefully we can help get Azariah found and back home where she needs to be.
Yeah.
I mean, heaven's sake, she's 11 years old. I I can't imagine. But I just hope she's out there safe somewhere. And you know, Azariah, if you see this, let somebody know where we are so they can come and get you, or just go home, you know.
Don't go home if you're far from home. Like, call somebody. Yeah. But what Ricky said, go home if it's in the sense of calling somebody. You need to go home. Like you're probably mad, you're probably upset, you probably have every right to be upset, but this is not the way to handle things. This is not how we do things.
Definitely. I mean, it's scary to think. I mean, 11 years old and she's out there somewhere. You know, it's just not knowing where. You know.
Yeah, and the parents got to be just losing it. You know, just like.
And I'm gonna just real quickly here pop over to Topeka's Facebook again and see if there's any updates on her right quick and see if they've by chance located her. I hope they have, but we'll look. The last time I looked, they still were looking for her, and like I said, they I guess information they've developed, they think now that she may have run away. But I'm looking here real fast. Nothing.
I mean, it makes sense, you know. Kids run away, you know, but
nothing new yet.
This is a big city and a young kid, so that's not good.
So let's share this flyer around. You know, if you're in Topeka, keep your eyes open for her. If you know where she's at, you know, call 911 immediately. Let them know where she's at so they can go pick her up and get her home, you know.
That's so scary, man.
It is. I mean, somebody's got to know something. You know,
11 years old, man. That's so scary.
Yeah.
Tell us about Blake Pope.
All right. Blake Pope, been missing from Wichita, Kansas. Been missing since February 20th, 2021. He's 15 years old. He is between 6 foot to 6'3" tall. He weighs between 180 to 200 pounds. Has brown hair, blue eyes. Believe that he could still be in Wichita, or he could be in the Hutchinson or Kingman, Kansas areas. He does wear glasses, and he does usually wear a hoodie. If you have any information regarding Blake's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And Blake, you know, let somebody know where you're at so they can get you back to where you need to be, Blake. I mean, you know, you just need to be home.
Yeah.
Well, so if you guys know something, let's get that information called in.
That's a tall kid, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you see somebody that's all you wouldn't think him to be 15 right off the bat.
Right, man.
Yeah.
My buddy Matt was 6'8" in high school. It's like, you know,
wow.
There are people that thought he was like, you know, way older than he was, you know, but like,
right.
Yeah, this is a big dude, so we're looking for a big dude, you know, 6 foot to 6'3". That's kind of a 3-inch gap there, but you know, it's somewhere in that range, you know.
Right.
That's him with glasses, without glasses.
Definitely. I like that I have one picture with, one picture without.
Yeah.
You know, I like being
But it does look like two different people though in the picture.
Yeah.
So it's good to have both.
Yeah, it shows you the variance and looks with and without.
Just one pair of glasses changes somebody's face a lot, you know.
Yeah. All right. We ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's talk about Karma Harris.
And she's actually a repeater. I've done flyers for her before. Karma Harris, she's missing from Wichita, Kansas. Been missing since February 21st, 2021. She's 14 years old. She is 5'5" to 5'7", weighs between 140 to 160 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Karma's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help get Karma found and get her back home where she needs to be. Was that you, Derek?
Yeah, there's somebody outside, I think. Somebody drove by.
Yeah, but yeah, Karma, if you're out there listening or you happen to see this, let somebody know where you're at so they can get you back to where you need to be. You're awful young to be out there running. I know life's hard. I mean, I've got a daughter your age, and she's going through some stuff too.
It's not easy.
No, it's not. Definitely not.
That third, to me, it was 13 to 30 that was just hard. I didn't know who I was, Ricky, till I was 30.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna check something real quick before we cover the next one.
Go ahead.
I want to see if there's any updates on her before we get into her. So I need to check it. Excuse me.
I want to appreciate everybody for stopping by the show tonight.
It looks like there's no updates, so she's still actively missing. So,
okay,
if you're ready to get into the next one, Sahara, Aiko, Briscoe, and she's missing out of Olathe, Kansas, since March 1st, 2021. 16 years old. She's 5'8", 120, brown hair and brown eyes. She was last seen leaving her family residence in Olathe. She does wear glasses. She was last seen wearing a red coat, black pants, and unknown type style of shoes. She also had a black backpack, large gray suitcase, and a small dog, which you can see in the picture there, in a black carrier. If you have any information regarding Sahara's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call 911 immediately or call the Olathe, Kansas Police Department at 971-7782. or 913-971-7500 or 913-971-6363 or KBI at 785-296-4017. And Sahara, if by chance you hear this or see this, give somebody a call, let them know where you're at so they can get you home. You just need to be at home.
Yeah.
Hopefully her and her little companion there are okay wherever they're at.
So the dog's with her?
Yeah, the dog is with her.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, Sahara, like I say, if you hear this, let somebody know where you are so they can come and get you. Just crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's hard, it's tough, it's being a teenager is not easy. I get it. I was a teenager. It wasn't easy. I survived it.
Most people look back on that horrible part of their lives and laugh, though. Once you hit, when you're an adult, it's just a weird part of your life. Things are changing. You're learning who you are. Your parents kind of raised you to a certain point. You hit those teenagers and you kind of got to start making your own decisions on stuff. And it's a weird, awkward time, but it does get better. I am proof that eventually it makes sense. And you're going to be all right. Let's talk about Jaden Meyer.
Yep, this is an Oklahoma case. We're going to kind of take a trip down there a little bit. Jaden Meyer or Mayer, is a missing and dangerous runaway went missing from Chateau, Oklahoma on February 22nd, 2021. She took her mom's Jeep about 2 weeks ago around February 22nd and went to meet a 14-year-old boy. And they believe she could be somewhere in Oklahoma, Kansas, or Arkansas. The Jeep was later found in an apartment complex, and it's believed that she may be in danger. She was seen getting out of the Jeep and walking over and getting a bag and then walking over to a road out in front of the apartment complex, and no one has seen her since. The sheriff's office down there has exhausted all leads, including one that Jaden had been living in a shack near Salina, Oklahoma. They found some of her clothes nearby. And I was just checking out the website there for the sheriff's office, and they have an update. It's been reported to the Mays County Sheriff's Office that both juveniles are in the Salina, Oklahoma area. The Salina, Oklahoma Police Department, along with the juvenile's family, have located 2 areas that they believe the 2 juveniles have been staying. Any information about the location of Jaden and the young man she's with, whether it's a sighting or a rumor, please call Mays County Sheriff's Office at 918-825-3535. And that is the latest information that I was able to find on her. So hopefully,
crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, you can remain anonymous as well when you do call that number. They have put that on their prior posts. So if you have any information regarding Jaden's disappearance, no matter how small you might think it might be, call it in. It may be what they need to help get her and this young man that she's with. I don't know the young man's identity at all. But hopefully we can help get them found.
Yeah, hopefully this is just a crazy story they tell people in 10 years and they get home safe, and that's true. The Greyhounds do free bus trips home for kids under like 19 or something like that.
Yeah, it's very true. Yes.
Listen, I have friends in high school when we were like 14. They 2 of them stole their mom's car and they took off driving, and they made it all the way to New Jersey before they were met by a police officer that brought them home, and they weren't really good. They didn't really get to be friends anymore after that day. One of them had to move away and stuff. It was a big deal, but I've interviewed that guy in the last year and a half, and he's okay. He has children. He has a job. People do crazy stuff when they're 14 years old. So, Jaden, if you ever see this, I know people that have done what you've done, where you just get sick of it and you take off and you do your own thing. But let's really get you home. This could have 2 endings. One of them is just a funny story 10 years from now. Obviously, you're going to have to do some explaining to do to your the people in your life, if when you come home. But 10 years from now, this could either be a funny story you tell, or it could be something far more tragic than that. And unfortunately, when you and your friend are 14 years old, and it sounds like you've been living in shacks and shanties, it's just not a safe environment for 2 14-year-olds, especially when winter's not even over yet. Let's just make this a wild trip you guys had, and let's go home, and let's make it nothing more than that. If you're still here with us, then go home, and you can tell about this someday, and we can work through these issues that made you want to take off anyway. But it's the gig's up. If you've made it this far, you go home. Like, it's just, if you're living in a shed, not a good idea, not a good good reality. So let's get you home.
And hopefully, like I said in their update, they've narrowed it down to 2 possible locations where they are, and hopefully somebody will call it in and let them know definitely which location so they can get them back home.
And you said that's Salina, Oklahoma?
Yeah.
How big can that town be?
Well, when I looked it up on Google, it said it had a population of 1,225 in 2019.
Okay, so nothing too crazy.
No, not at all.
Well, hopefully we find these kids, get them home, and like I said, 10 years from now, maybe they laugh about this, but it's like right now we need to get them home.
Yeah, definitely.
Ricky, I'm comfortable. Go ahead and click that next case for me.
I'll let you do that. I'll pull up the flyer. How's that?
James Hubbard.
Yeah, Mr. Hubbard. Yep, he's missing from Cherokee County. Hubbard. Yeah. Missing from Cherokee County, Kansas, since March 4th, 2021. He's 16 years old. He is 5'5" tall, 160 pounds. sandy brown hair and hazel eyes. It's believed that James may be in the Weir, which is in Cherokee County, Kansas, or Pittsburgh, which is in the Crawford County area, Kansas areas. If you have any information regarding James's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Cherokee County, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 620-429-3992 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And James, if you're out there listening, hey, let somebody know where you are so they can get you back home. I was reading through comments on his flyer, and from the sounds of it, he does this frequently, but even still, he needs to be found and brought home.
Yeah. Or at least call somebody and tell him where he is.
Yeah. Oh, and we're getting a correction here. Brittany Pearson says it's pronounced Selena. Well, I apologize because I live in Salina, which is spelled the same as your Selena, and we pronounce it Salina in Kansas. So my apologies for that. Now, the Salina that I live in Kansas, the county is Saline County, but the town we pronounce it Salina. So I do apologize for that. A little confusing.
It's like the popular singer Selena.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep. All right. And if you recall, I can't remember if it was the last show or the show before, we covered Gabriel Collins. We're never going to cover his brother Joseph Collins.
Okay.
And he's missing from Wichita, Kansas. Been missing since September 28th of 2020. He was 15 when he went missing. He's now 16. He's 5'8" tall, weighs 130 pounds, has brown hair and brown eyes. If anybody has any information regarding Joseph's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And Joseph and if your brother Gabriel, if you guys are together or if you both hear this, it's time for you guys to call people and let them know where you're at so they can come and get you back where you need to be.
Yeah.
And it's just time, especially since you've been gone since September 28th. I mean,
that's
really
that's worrisome.
Yeah. Yes.
His brother's still missing, obviously. So has there been any word that they could be together? Or?
I haven't heard anything along those lines. It makes me wonder, since they're brothers,
Mm-hmm.
I would think it'd be possible, but I don't know conclusively,
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get him found.
Yeah.
We're about halfway through the cases. How about we roll that located safe video?
Yeah, if you want to do it now, we can do it now.
All right. I read this is the located safe video. We love this part of the week. We'll be right back after this.
All right. Yeah, definitely like to see those located safes. Those are really good. All right. Carly Rene Estes. She's missing from Wichita, Kansas. January 28th, 2021. She's 16 years old, 5'1", 120 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Carly's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And Carly, if you're out there listening, give them a call so they know where you are so they can get you home.
Yeah.
There's people worried about you.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Just definitely need to get home. There's people worrying about you. Like Derek says, once they get to me, somebody's looking for you, somebody's worried about you. And hopefully you're safe and okay wherever you're at. Just let somebody know.
Yeah, it's time. It's been like 39 days. It's a long time.
Yeah, it has.
Tell us about Lashaya Shaytan.
Yeah, this one, I've talked with her mom in the past and everything, and she's pretty upset. Lashaya Shaytan's been missing from Aurora, Colorado since July 15th of 2016. She was 16 when she went missing. She would now be 21. She is 5'6" tall, 145 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. She was last seen on surveillance video near a bus stop in the 1600 block of North Peoria Street at 2:23 in the morning. It's believed that she left her home at the time to meet someone but never returned home. New information indicates that Lashaya may have been taken to the Kansas City, Missouri area. There's also information out there suggesting that she may still be in the Aurora area but being trafficked there. I've seen reports stating that she was being kept at a hotel there, and when police went there to try to find her, she was moved from that hotel to another hotel, and they never were able to locate her. At the time that I did this flyer, the photo on the far right was the last known photo that she had taken, and her hair was braided in that style at that time. Do not know if it's still that way or not. I would assume probably not. She has a quarter-size scar on her chest. If you have any information at all regarding Lashaya's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call Detective Chris, I guess it's Pop, with the Aurora, Colorado Police Department at 303-739-6130. No matter how small of a piece of information you think it is, let them know. It's time to bring her home. It's been 5 years. It's time to get her home and get her out of the situation she's in. If there's any truth to her being trafficked right now, there was another piece of information I saw where this young lady about the same age as her got herself out of she managed to escape her trafficking situation and turned herself into the police saying she needed help, and she told them she was with Lashaya. Obviously haven't been able to track her down yet, but so it's believed she is being trafficked.
Jeez.
So if you have any, like I say, if you have any information, no matter how small you think that information may be, call them at that 303-739-6130 number and let them know, so we can help get her out of that and get her back home, because her family wants her home very, very badly. And there is a reward of up to $15,000 for information leading to Lashaya's safe return. So, somebody's got to know something somewhere. So it's time to give it up and get her found. I mean, it's been 5 years.
If somebody knows where she's at and they're not saying anything, that's just awful, man.
Yeah, it is.
She's in about as worst a spot as you can get if all those rumors are true.
And Clifton Blake says yes. I'm not sure what he was saying yes to. So if you want to kind of clarify that for us, Clifton, that'd be great. And we ready to move on to hopefully we can help get Lashaya found at home. She needs to be brought home.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
long time.
Yeah, and I know we've covered Maggie before, but I was asked recently to reshare hers again because they still have not heard from her. and she's missing from Iola, Kansas. Been missing since March 4th of 2021. She's 18 years old. She's 5'2", 180 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. She's known to frequent the Yates Center and Wellington, Kansas areas. I have also found out that even though she is 18, intellectually she is younger than 18, and that's why the concern for her safety and well-being right now. Like I said, she does have brown hair. She is known to dye it. You can kind of tell in the pictures where she's got variances in her hair color there. If you have any information regarding Maggie's disappearance, you know of her whereabouts, please call the Iola, Kansas Police Department at 620-365-1437 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. I'm also told her she stays very active on her social media, and she's not even doing that right now. So,
man.
Yeah, so let's help get her found. And again, if you know anything, no matter how small that little piece of information may be, let's get it called in and let them know where she's at so they can get her located and back to a safe place.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It is. And Maggie, if you by chance see this, call somebody, let them know where you are, and let them know where they can come and get you at and get you back home.
Yeah, this isn't a good spot. People are worried about you.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to see her get found and brought home. All right.
Mackenzie Ashlynn Faye Johnson.
Yep. She is missing from Wichita, Kansas. Went missing on February 25th, 2021. She's 16 years old. She is 4 foot 11 inches tall, 135 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Mackenzie's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And see if we can't get her found back to a safe place also. Yes.
Yeah.
It amazes me. It seems like more and more all the time these teens take off, and I don't know. I mean, like I said, I was a teenager too, and I had some pretty rough stuff going on too, but I never even entertained the idea of running.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Hopefully she goes home and
yeah.
This is one that you updated twice this week. What's going on with Nancy Miller?
Well, I forgot to update some stuff on hers, but Nancy Miller, I've done multiple flyers for her as well. She's a missing and endangered runaway who went missing from Wichita on February 8th, 2021. It's believed she's still in the Wichita area. She is 16 years old. She's 5 foot 9 inches to 6 foot tall, weighs 150 pounds. She has light brown hair and brown eyes. She has a tattoo on her forearm, her chest, and her left hand. She also has her nose and her ears pierced. I was kind of going through the comments on the flyer before I corrected it. And there was a comment on there talking about how this particular person's children were friends with her. And it's believed that Nancy may be pregnant now. And so I believe it's crucial to get her found and back to a safe place. And Nancy, if you by chance hear this or see this, if you are pregnant, you need to change your thought process now, because now you're not thinking for one, you're not doing for one, you're doing for two, and that's very important. You're going to have to start taking care of yourself. You have to start watching, all that stuff that goes with it, the diet and everything.
I mean anybody that's ever, like, my wife had 2 children, especially if it's a first child. I mean, mostly for all children, you have to go see that OBGYN or whatever, the doctor. You have to go see them like once a month.
Yeah.
Especially if there's any kind of issues with like blood sugar or blood pressure. I mean, if you're pregnant, especially, for the first time, you're going to want a doctor monitoring your body to make sure everything's safe. Make sure there's prenatal vitamins. It's a lot of work becoming a mother. I can tell you that. I've watched my wife do it twice. Ricky's right. If and again, not to put your business out there, but I mean, if that's the case, then you really need to get somewhere where you're safe and taken care of. and you know where your meals are going to come from, and just really start preparing your life for, you know, motherhood and everything. And that can be a beautiful thing. You know, it's, you know, there's, as long as you're okay, that's all that matters. You're okay, you're breathing, and you're fine. Again, this is something 10 years from now you can look back on, but we got to get you home. We got to get you safe.
And if by chance, you know, if you're messing around with alcohol or any kind of other substances, you need to stop that stuff out. I'm going through a situation. Both of my daughters are adopted from foster care. We adopted them from foster care. My older daughter, amongst other things she deals with, she deals with mild fetal alcohol syndrome, and it's not just derived from alcohol, as the name indicates. It also comes from substance abuse, and she struggles with that every single day. And she's same age as you are. She's 16, and you know, it's you know, like I say, you know, it's you got to change your thinking now, because you're not thinking and doing for one, you're thinking and doing for two, you know. And you got to realize that every decision you make now doesn't just affect you, it affects that baby inside of you. So it's time to kind of regroup and you know, start, you know, take a step back and go, hey, this baby inside of me is counting on me. I got to come through for this baby.
Yeah.
You know, if you have any information regarding where Nancy may be, or, you know, for whereabouts, you know, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. See if we can't help get her found and back to where she needs to be, so she can start doing what she needs to do for her and her baby, if she is indeed pregnant, like that comment says she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And her former foster mom says, Nancy, call me. And we got another one says, somebody just found our channel and well wishes to you too. Well wishes to you too. Oh, and this is Shady Booty.
Shady Booty.
Yeah. That's interesting. But thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Nice to meet you, Shady.
Yeah. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, we got 3 more, y'all. Let's finish strong. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, definitely. Tyler Armour, which is one I've done before. She's missing from Wichita, Kansas. It's January 5th, 2021. She's 15 years old. She is 5'4" tall, 110 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Excuse me. She may use a false birth date of September 13th, 2005. Her birthday is actually 10 days prior to that. She's 15. She's 5'4", 110, black hair, brown eyes, and her ears are pierced. If you have any information regarding Tyler's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KPI at 785-296-4017. And see if we can't help get Tyler home. And if Tyler, by chance, you see this or you're watching this, let somebody know where you're at so they can get you back to where you need to be. Yeah. You've been gone for 3 months. You know, it's time to get back to where you need to be.
That is a long time, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, just a hair over 3 months, but yeah, a long time.
All right, you want to tell us about Tyler Fraley?
Yeah, Tyler Fraley is missing from Wichita, Kansas. Went missing on March 9th, 2021. He's 16 years old. He's 6 foot tall, 115 to 130 pounds. Apologize for my phone. He has reddish blonde hair and brown eyes. It's believed he may still be in the local Wichita area or he may be in the El Dorado area. If you have any information regarding Tyler's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. You know, Tyler, if you're out there listening, you know, the same message to you. If, you know, let somebody know where you're at so they can get you back to where you need to be. I know it's only been a couple days, but even still, you know, need to get back to where you need to be.
Yeah. You gotta quit touching that mic, Ricky. It's real loud.
Do it.
You gotta quit touching that mic. It's really loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think my volume's still in the place it was before.
No, it is. It's just every time you touch your mic, it's like.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. We got one more case, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Tyler, call me. Great athlete. Could do great in sports. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us about. So, close out the case tonight. We have Waylon Patrick Fort. And I saw you had posted an article or something about him, and then you had made a flyer. What's going on?
Well, I did the article because I wasn't able to get to my computer because I was at work, I believe. But Waylon Patrick Fort's missing from Mitchell County, Kansas since January 17th of 2021. He was 39 when he went missing. He's now 40. He is 6'1" to 6'3". He weighs between 160 to 175 pounds. He has blonde hair and brown eyes. He does live in El Dorado originally. He fled from a traffic stop on foot. The search of the area did not turn him up anywhere. He does suffer from bipolar and schizophrenia, and it's believed he doesn't have his needed medication. He was also talking about harming himself. His cell phone was pinged northeast of Beloit and has possibly been dropped. He possibly may have dropped it, and it's currently deactivated. He was last seen wearing a dark blue raincoat with no insulation, an orange t-shirt, blue jeans, and one black Nike shoe. If you have any information regarding Waylon's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Mitchell County Sheriff's Office at 785-738-3523 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And hopefully wherever he is at, he's okay. And if anybody knows where he's at or has seen him and talked to him, let the Mitchell County Sheriff's Office know. And the number again, 785-738-3523. And Waylon, if by chance you see this, let somebody know where you are so they know you're all right. You got a lot of family members that are worried about you. I've spoken to one of them, and they're very worried. They want to know you're okay. They say you usually keep in touch, but they haven't heard from you, and it's got them heavily concerned.
And Waylon, you kind of won the lottery of bad luck as far as being born with a mental illness. But I got to tell you, I'm born with one too. I take 3 pills a day to help me psychologically. And I got to tell you, Waylon, those pills are important. They might not seem like it. You might feel like, oh, they're trying to drug me and all that stuff, but if you're dealing with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia, buddy, those pills are paramount to you. You need to take your medication, Waylon. Your family needs you. Your friends need you. Your community needs you. They need you to be healthy. If you're having schizophrenic episodes or schizophrenic symptoms, you don't have to live in that darkness. You can take your medication. You can reach out to me personally. My name is Derek Evan Relaford on Facebook. If you ever want to talk about, just being on medication and the struggles of that, I've been on medication for 6 years now. I get it. But one thing that I have to do every day, Waylon, is to get up and take my medication. Otherwise, my family's not going to get the best version of me. So you got to take your pills, buddy. You got to get on your medication. Let's get you safe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we got Alex Perez's mom with us again in the comments. She said still nothing on him. And she also said, I forgot all about you tonight.
Oh, it's okay.
It's all right. But Alexander Perez, he's missing from Ulysses, Kansas since December 1st of 2020. He's 35 years old. He's 5'11", 235, has black hair, but he keeps it shaved, just about bald, and brown eyes. He contacted a family member via telephone on December 1st and advised he'd be coming to their home to do some laundry. He never arrived at the family member's home. He's not been heard from or seen by family since that date, and he had been staying with family and friends prior to his disappearance. It's believed he may still be in the local Ulysses area, or he may be in the Garden City area or the surrounding area. He has a tattoo of a bumblebee on his face. You can see it there in the photos there. Best one, the black and white one there on the far right. He also has a Perez tattooed on one of his arms. If anybody has any information regarding Alexander's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Grant County, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 620-356-3500 or the Ulysses, Kansas Police Department at 620-356-4600. or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And, let them know, even if you think it's a small little piece of information you don't think might be much, it could be huge to the investigator. So please let them know. See if we can't help get him found and brought home.
And I'm going to put this all over Garden City after the show, Irene. I have a lot of Garden City pages I'm attached to.
Yeah.
I'm going to flood the Garden City market with Alexander Perez's picture tonight.
And you're very welcome, Irene. Yeah, definitely want to try to help get him found and back home. It's been some time. It's been about 4 months, a little over 4 months.
Yeah, it's scary, man. It's real scary.
It is. Definitely. So, like I say, if you got any information on him, no matter how small you think that information may be, call it in, let them know so they can check it out.
Yeah. Well, Ricky, it's another 20 cases, man.
I'm telling you. I tell you, that turnaround between Tuesday and Thursday, they get built up, but the turnaround from Thursday to Tuesday, not so much.
Nah, not a lot going on
that's
there.
okay. That's okay. That's all right. We take them as we get them, and I've got my notes here for the ones that were mentioned tonight, so I can start working on those and get those ready for Tuesday. And whatever else comes my way between now and Tuesday. So, yes, Karen, definitely prayers that they are all found safe and come home. Definitely, most definitely, I agree. And amen to that.
Yes.
But, running just a hair over an hour tonight. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we're getting good at keeping it in an hour. A lot of the podcast people like it in an hour.
Yeah. Well, I do want to say thank everybody for joining us tonight and hanging with us for this last hour, a little bit more than an hour. We had a lot of cases to cover, and we did get off on a tangent or two here and there, which, it happens. But, thank everybody for joining us, and you guys stay safe, take care, God bless, and just look out for each other, care about each other, call in tips if you've got any tips on any of these cases we covered. And we'll talk to you next week, and have a good night.
Well, I don't think it, I thought it, that's different. I said what I said and I meant it, or lamented. Words given weight without thought, and a person the way that I talk and the way that I ought to be able to pause and to say that the fault can be placed on my arm, to this playful assault, to disgrace in this arm. Pray for the day they could wait for the calm. You can't control the storm, only weather it, whether it's 5 weeks and 5 days of rain sideways, or scorched earth, search for death, or water left with all the thorns, with the petals gone, settle on the breath of autumn. If the ground fits, wear it, the crown